Hello and welcome to the Intercontinental Group of Awesome and I-95 games, where we're going to be playing a little of this with that. East Texas University is the setting that we're using. It's from Pinnacle Entertainment, and we love this setting. It is a little bit Buffy, a little bit investigators, spooky mystery type deal, and is originally created for Savage Worlds. We have modified that because we are going to be using the Monster of the Week rule set, which is an RPG distributed by Evil Hat. And Monster of the Week is a Powered by the Apocalypse game. It does stuff like Buffy, also Supernatural, even things like Hellboy or X-Files. Monster of the Week's a little heavier on the violence factor than the default assumed start for Savage Worlds characters coming into East Texas University. So we've limited the playbooks and come out with some really interesting characters so far. Another thing that we've had to tweak, and we're going to be doing that again here, is that the histories of the hunter playbooks assume that the hunters are all adults, and all of the player characters for this East Texas University game are freshmen in college. So they've just started, and we'll talk about where they are in orientation in just a moment. But for now, let us get to know the hunters that we have already introduced, and then we'll get to know our newest hunter. I'm going to start in from right to left as I see it, avatars on my Hangout screen, which means that, Paul, you get the honor of giving us a sentence or two about Earl. So tell us about Earl, Paul.
Earl's an East Texas boy. He's about as far east as you can go and still be Texas. So there's probably a little Cajun in his background too. And he's the middle child of 5. And he is big into video podcasting and trying to learn more about that stuff, and trying to get material for his YouTube channel and all that stuff.
And the playbook that you're using is the Spooky, right?
The Snoop.
The Snoop. I don't know why I get the S words messed up. I'm sorry, because we do have a Spooky. I just I host it. So dang it. Roll the dice and I blew it. Thank you very much, Paul. Jules, sure. Please tell us about your character.
Hi, I am playing Jessica Nakamoto. She is an expert. That's the move, or that's the skin book. That's the skin book. She is a nerdy girl from Houston, Texas. So she has moved out into the country to go to university here. She is pretty nerdy, but like it's not like high school nerdy. Like she knows she's a nerd and she's actually fine with that, and she's fine with also being a bit awkward, but she's not, she's quite happy with herself. And she's also an avid thrift shopper and has a shitload of weird items lying around that may or may not prove to be very useful. Paperweight, Eldritch sign, who knows?
I love the interplay about two harm hand magic dagger that she had. That's a good stuff. Just a thrift shop find. I love it.
It was $1. It's nice.
And she says it's not magic, and we say no. Literally, it says right there.
It's magic. Extremely magic. Please keep it away from me.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Right. And her haven is in the true Buffy style, of course, the university library, which you may already have a key to, or maybe that happens in the future. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we've got to definitely set that one up. So, okay. Which is great. Sweet. That means the library has plot immunity. It will not be exploded.
That's important.
It's important. Jen, please tell us about Tekla.
Tekla Abandonado is from New York. She's here on a scholarship. And she has just recently come into the ability to see the future and to see the invisible, that which is hidden.
Yeah, a curse that affected her father.
Yep.
Caused him to do odd and strange things that has been passed on to Tekla after he passed away. Such a tragic backstory.
Yep.
And she's the math nerd.
And she's
not the nerdy. Yeah.
Yeah, yep. She's the one person, the only girl in the math department. But she'd definitely rather party with her free time.
Oh, so cool. So cool. Next, we have...
Hold on. We had a question about that. Because, Jenna, on your character sheet, it says you're androgynous.
Mm-hmm.
But you are female-looking and female-identifying? Or is that something we don't know
I was
yet?
going to go ask in game.
Yeah, okay, but we were wondering, like, because she says the only female nerd in the math department. It's like, yes.
Yeah, no, she's female-identifying, but she dresses pretty androgynously and, like, doesn't spend a lot of time being or behaving femme.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
She wears a lot of, like, clothing that is shapeless without being entirely a tent.
It's not this year's fashion. I read somewhere. It's fine.
What?
Oh, that's great. Cool. I have added a new aspect to everyone's character sheet on row 4 where you can list your major. And if you go with undeclared, that's fine. We are currently, there is an exams custom move or a move for Savage Worlds that we'll be tweaking. And by we, I mean me a little bit, but mostly Jen because she's super smart, and occasionally Paul and anybody else that has feedback to give. But we're going to be tweaking that exams, and it has to do with advances. I think it's super cool, but I'm going to allow the major to have an impact on how that exams role takes place. Jan, please tell us about Derek.
I will be playing Derek Jones. He is the mundane playbook, so he doesn't know anything about all this tricky shit. And he's a biology major, and he's a local boy from in town. And his sister is also attending. His sister Sarah is a senior.
Yeah, as I was watching the last week's episode, I just loved the moment where we got a view of Derek's dorm room, and we saw all of the different recycling bins they'd already
he's
put
a bit
in.
of an environmentalist, biology major.
It's good. It's good. It's so good. Cool. And we have both pairs. Tekla and Jessica are roommates in the dorms. Freshman and sophomore have to live on campus in dorms. And Derek and Earl are both roommates in the dorms. Both of them on second floor. It is gender-based dorm. So the freshman girls' dorm, freshman boys' dorm are both near each other, but there are RAs and mores and all that good fun stuff about college. Last but not least, we get to meet our new student. It's going to be played by Alex. So Alex, tell us about your character.
He's Ollie Holmes, the wronged. He's from Chicago, and he's specifically come here because I think his first boyfriend, which no one from back home knows about, who we think is only really talked to on phone and online, died in his first year, which was the previous year.
Cool.
Yeah, so he's come here specifically because of that.
Now, boyfriend was killed on campus then?
He doesn't have much information.
Okay.
There was some cryptic things in some emails, some of the last emails, and that led him to believe something was happening. It was odd, but he blew those off at the time until, yeah.
Oof. Oh, so sad.
Until too late.
Harsh.
What is the name of Ollie's?
I haven't come up with a name, but I was thinking maybe because I imagine he would be the like kind of polar opposite of white Irish American kid from Chicago. So I'm thinking maybe like third generation, I don't know, Pakistani.
Okay, cool. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm on my behind the name random name generator.
Does it have like in ranks of second generation, third generation?
Gosh, no. That is a little bit advanced. That would be pretty awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to find anything that would give us some names that are near that. Yeah, we'll play around. We'll figure something out. In fact, if I need to, I'll bring out my handy dandy names book, story game names book, because I know they have some names that could work. Cool. So yeah, I am interested in making sure that we have a name for this character. I would like to tie this character, your deceased boyfriend, to Sarah, Derek's older sister. I think the two of them had like a friendship. They were friendly.
So they were freshmen together.
Well, she's a senior, so maybe she was
She mentor?
like the senior, like a mentor. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Study buddy, helper, tutoring him or something. I don't know.
That could work. You guys, what do you think about that for Derek? Does that seem right for Sarah?
Yep.
Awesome. Dang it. I'm sorry, I'm doing terribly at finding this. Got Hindi. That's not what we're after. We're after Arabic. There we are. Finally found it. I say out loud to summon it to my eyes. Let's go with Hamid. How's that? Do you like Hamid?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, cool. So we'll go with Hamid. Hamid Az-Zahir. So, because this is a spooky game, I think that maybe Ollie had a pretty terrible nightmare the night before he found out that Hamid was found dead. Does that seem you okay with that? Yeah. Yeah, we'll explore that nightmare as we go along. So, Ollie, what we've gone through so far in our first session after character creation is that the group was invited to the Sweat Lodge, which is the freshman orientation where you gather together. The dean of
zebras.
Yeah, talk about zebras. The dean gathers people together. You split off, and then there was a group, a surf rock group called the Juries. Oh man, I've already forgotten. So bad. I had all the notes, and then I moved some notes. A Jury of Robots. Jury, Jury of Robots. I'm sorry, I just love that name. The surf rock band has started to play. So we're going to pick up with Ollie. When Ollie arrived on the first day and all of the freshmen were moving in, a lot of the frat boys were down helping freshman girls move into their dorms, chatting them up, all that good, not at all oogie stuff going on that happens on college campuses. What did we see with Ollie as he arrived? Like, at what point? Has he just arrived? Did he arrive earlier and he just happened to be off screen, like a mechanic working in the background that we didn't see immediately?
I can imagine, like, him... I think you'd have been quite quiet when he arrived, like just like one of those big hiking backpacks.
Okay.
And nothing else. Huge backpack full of stuff. He's not coming with like TVs and things.
Cool. So we mirror that scene of Earl's dad and his sister, but it's from a different point of view. It's almost the oh shoot, I can't remember the Kurosawa movie where we have like 4 different points of view on the exact same event, and I'm such an idiot for
Rashomon.
Thank you. We have our kind of Rashomon aspect of we are looking in towards the room, but the 2 are blocking, and Derek is talking to Earl's dad, and you come in and you open up the door to your dorm room. So the way that dorm rooms are set up here is it's kind of a shotgun style, right? It's longer than it is wide. To your right, as you walk in, all you see there's a mirror and a sink, and then there are 2 bunk beds where the beds are up on top, and there's a space underneath with built-in desk areas. There's no shower or bathroom facilities here other than the sink itself. There's a cubby shelf to your left, and then some closets that are built in, like sliding door closets. And at the far end is the window. It looks outside, and the window is right on top of an old painted over radiator that could cause you to lose sleep as it ticks late at night, you would imagine.
Yeah.
So yeah, you go in, stow your stuff, and then I'm curious. You show up late for freshman orientation. Did no one tell you about it and you found out about it late, or did something else detain you? Did you end up running around campus? What do you think held you up, Ollie?
Well, I think that college life and all these college kids and stuff is really different from what Ollie's used to. He's used to, those of, big old macho with his buddies and, bunking off school, and this is very different.
Cool.
I'm not even sure exactly how he's got here. I can imagine some underhand stuff, maybe scraping together some money for some sort of like college essay from someone.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Because, yeah. Because I don't think he would have gotten it on his academic career.
Okay, cool. School loan kind of thing.
So yeah, he's very fish out of water. He could have just got lost and ended up somewhere in the wrong building, or.
Nice. I like it. Cool. So you got lost. You ended up going to the library, which means we get a preview of our awesome haven for one Jessica. And you end up walking around in the library. And there's a girl who has kind of a pixie style haircut, but the hair, it's like a few braids, effectively. It's a little kooky. And she is wearing a Sushi and the Banshees t-shirt and broomstick skirt. And she sees you kind of milling around and walks over. Hi. Do you
And still nothing.
new? Hello? She reaches up and kind of plays with this, like it looks like a almost like a tooth earring that she has dangling down. You look familiar, but I don't think I know you. Hey, I'm Margaret. And she offers a hand.
I kind of look at it a bit. But then, okay. Ollie.
Hey, Ollie. Are you looking for somebody, or did you need something?
This stupid sweat lodge thing?
Oh, you're a freshman, Ollie. Oh, great. That's really cool. Well, I'm a a junior, so it's been a while since I've been to the Sweat Lodge, but everybody knows where the all-purpose gym is. I mean, not everybody. Sorry, that was totally rude. Listen, let me walk you out, and I can point you where it is. They probably already started. It's starting to get dark. Yeah. So come on, and she will lead you down the stairs, out of the past stacks and stacks of books, right, and past a computer room, and down the stairs. And she walks out into kind of an open area and points along a sidewalk. She says, "Well, where you want to go, Ollie?" And she points off towards the east. As she says that the Sweat Lodge takes place at the Roost, is what we call it. The Roost is the multi-use indoor arena. It's the basketball arena. Maybe you walk past it. I assume you're in the boys' freshman dorm. But just head down that way. It's a circular one. It's hard to miss if you know what you're looking for, okay?
Cheers.
Okay. Then you head off down the way. And as you're walking towards the Roost, you can hear the heavy bass guitar sounds of a live band playing. And a guy is like, "Hey, buddy, hey, hold up.
What?
Look back and you see this guy. He's got kind of longish hair, but it's thinning at the top. He's wearing these like green Crocs and like a Hawaiian shirt with a black t-shirt underneath. And he's got a pair of glasses and this beard that just, he doesn't exactly know what to do with it. Looks like he's in his 30s. He's like, "Hey, man, you going to orientation too?"
Yeah, the Sweat Lodge thing.
"Oh, yeah. Fell asleep." "Yeah, hey, I'm Jack Brown. What's your name?"
Oh, Ollie.
"Ollie. Nice. Like Oliver Twist or something?"
What?
"Yeah, it's okay. It's a book. You'll have to read it." Yeah, so, hey, man, come on. I've been through this before. It's old hats. No problem. And then he'll walk with you. You head towards the main entrance off of the sidewalk. Here, it's a very open campus. They have kind of a light gate around the very edge, but it's easy to get inside the campus grounds. There are campus security officers. There's actually a check-in area for vehicles, but it's not like it's locked down. You come here to the circular arena, or the circular building, and you come up to the main entrance. You see there's a security guard there. He's sitting there. He's got a walkie-talkie, but he's looking at his phone. When you two walk up, he says, "You guys freshmen?"
I am.
And Jack's like, "Yeah, man, second time around." He's like, "Okay." And you see that the name on his little badge there says Austin. He says, "All right, well, head on in. You guys missed most everything. I think you're going to get to go to the party, though."
Great.
And Jack says, I thought about bringing like a case of beer because I thought that might hit it off, but I heard there's some officials here, so maybe later if you want to head up, I've got all kinds of stuff in my room. I'm on the 3rd floor.
Yeah. I'm good.
Okay, you all right, Ollie?
Yeah. What?
I don't know. It's exciting, man. School time. Expand your mind, meet new people. Come in, the music's playing. There's like a bunch of banners all around the hanging from the rafters there. You see there's like last year's statewide championship for the swim team and the girls golf team, but it's like from 10 years ago. And a bunch of banners for the Ravens, the East Texas University Ravens. And you see that while the band is up on a small stage and playing, there are people still kind of setting up, and all the chairs have been moved out of the middle. And a very small group of students have kind of spilled out onto the gym floor. So we're going to cut away from you arriving there, Ollie, to Derek and also Tekla. So if you guys remember, you had been talked to by Robbie, who told you to be a zebra and don't just blend in, don't leave the campus. There's fire ants and cottonmouths and dangerous things out there, and which is like the worst idea ever. Earl informed Robbie that the security guard, guy by the name of, his last name's Austin, he had seen him in the basement area where you are in a different room. He had locked the door where all of the fire extinguishers are. And you guys had noticed that there were no fire extinguishers up on the main level. So you decided, after telling Robbie, and Robbie didn't come back, he'd been gone for like 5-10 minutes, and the music started. Everybody decided, hey, let's go up and maybe we'll find the dean or something like that. Derek, for some reason, you're one of the last ones out. And as people start to head up the concrete stairs up towards the main level, you catch sight of a young woman about your age. Yes, that is a fine notification of a victim alert. Thank you for the chat. That's dead on. We are simpatico. There's a girl who's wearing like a nice little neckerchief, like a little scarf around her neck, and like this knit shirt, and she's got a belted waist, pleated skirt. She's kind of cute. About your age. Her hair's short, and it's in a few waves, kind of curly, but it's done in a kind of a wave style. And she says, hey, come here. What's your name? I'm Nina.
Oh, hi, I'm Derek.
Hey, let me show you.
You're a freshman?
Yeah,
Too?
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Cool.
You too?
Yeah, what's your major?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I was thinking like typing.
Typing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought I could be a stenographer. Hey, do you want to see a secret way up?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. And so Earl, you see Derek kind of head off by himself, but maybe he's going to the bathroom. Tekla, you see this girl who is talking to Derek.
Right.
You've never seen this girl before. And there's just something in the back of your brain that screams that something is wrong about her. So yeah, and Derek, she takes your hand. Her hand's a little cool to the touch, but it's a little forward, right? And she apologizes. I'm sorry. I'm so excited.
It's okay.
And she leads you as you guys head down the opposite way down the hallway. You pass by a security camera like this mounted, but for some reason it looks like somebody's taken a bat to it. And she doesn't even seem to notice it. She's right around here, right past the basketballs. It says storage area. Like this is where they keep all the extra equipment. So Tekla, what are you doing as Derek cuts away from everybody else?
Oh, I'm immediately following him. I'm trying to sort of stay more directly behind her than him. And I'm waiting for them to round a corner so I can, effectively grab him by the back of the jacket and say something along the lines of, hey, zebra, herd, stay with it.
Cool. So yeah, you reach that corner. What is it that Derek said when she points out the area where they, store basketballs and other sports equipment?
So wait, you said this was a shortcut.
Right. And then she tugs at your sleeve again and heads around a corner. And this is the point where Tekla can kind of grab your jacket, perhaps. Well, it's Texas, so you probably don't wear a jacket, but maybe she grabs your shirt there.
No, I'm probably gonna. No, but it's okay. She knows the way.
Dude, so did everybody. There were signs in the halls and everything. Come on. How about we all go together?
She seems surprised that you're talking to her, Declan. Aren't you an odd little boy?
My name's Tekla. Nice to meet you. And I like meet her eyes and stare and hold out my hand.
Nice. So you reach to hold out her hand, hold out your hand to shake. You get the distinct smell of like wood burn smoke. Just that's the strongest sense you get as she you reach to hold her hand, and she actually grabs you, Derek. She grabs you by both wrists and she holds you, and all of a sudden her hands start getting really, really hot. Like you just touched the stove hot. What do you do?
I'm basically going. What do you call it again? Like we call it differently.
Bad touch, bad touch. What? No.
Yeah, no. I'm basically thinking that she's like twisting the skin on my wrists a bit.
Oh,
We call it a snake bite. Or if we're being racist, we call it an Indian burn.
Yeah, Indian burn was the name that I knew, but
yeah,
we call it barbed wire basically. So.
Oh, cool. I like barbed wire. I would like to think of it that way from now on. That makes me feel much more comfortable.
Yes. Okay, then I'll go like, barbed wire, barbed wire. And
Sweet.
I'm basically just going like, well, that's like a bit. She's apparently a bit rough, but hey, sure.
She doesn't let go, and then you feel something burning, and her whole body engulfs in flames. Tekla, you just saw this girl like catch on fire. She's still standing there, holding on to Derek's arms. What do you do?
Oh boy! Wow. Well, this is probably one of the. I should protect you. Yeah, I'm going to try.
XP, just the suggestion.
Yeah.
Let him burn. It's okay. You don't need that XP.
No, of course I'm going to try and pull poor pretty boy Derek away from the terrible flame.
Awesome. Why don't you protect someone?
Cool. This is going to go super good. Somebody is breathing right into their microphone really loud.
That was me.
Okay. Oh, roll for your party. I hate you so much.
Oh, goodness. Wait.
So I can't select my dice to re-roll them.
Oh, man. Okay, just put in a new number and just put 2 and hit submit. Hopefully that will let you roll 2 new dice.
Cool. I'll try to make them an obnoxious color. Hopefully that will work.
Which ones were yours?
The yellow ones. The ones that were mine before were the clear ones, and I rolled a 6.
You rolled a 6, and what is your... So, protecting someone takes tough. What's your tough?
-1.
Oh, goody. So, first of all, you get an XP.
And you get an XP.
And you get another XP because trying to help poor Derek is still good enough. So you... When another hunter uses protect someone to protect you, they mark experience.
Because I'm always the victim.
And when a monster captures you, you mark experience.
Yes,
Derek. So you get an experience point as well.
Hey, I got captured.
And
you're like the freaking Oprah of XP, Rich.
Hey, look. Hey, if I go somewhere off by myself, I also get XP. I mean, there's so much XP going around for me.
Yes, you did do that thing. So that's 2 XP for you. You guys, I love it. You're engulfed in flames, Derek. Take 1 harm. Yes, I just said 1 harm. Because it's one of those, like a magician where they have the little flash paper. She burns up, and then she's gone. That smoke, the smell of smoke fills the air. And your right arm, right here where she gripped you on the wrist, there's a burn there, but not on your other arm. Just right here right on the inside of your wrist. And the burn is, you can see her little dainty little fingers came across her, 4 little burns, and then one here from where she gripped your wrist. And she's gone. What do you do?
I'm just standing there like, what? Wow! Ow! Did you see that?
Yep, I totally saw that. Come on, we need to get your arm looked at. Holy shit, she was on fire! What the fuck?
Wait, no, that was a magic trick, right?
No.
She should have been a bit more careful because she actually burned me, though.
I like hold his arm up in front of his own eyes, and I'm like, she didn't care about you, son.
But she seemed nice.
God, it's so much easier to explain this to women. She was out to fucking get you.
What? You mean like? Like she liked me?
No. No, dude. I mean, she liked you to murder. People who try to get other people alone and away from their friends to do nice things to them are trying to fucking kill or rape them. That's the story. Don't be Little Red Riding Hood. Come on, let's go find a first aid kit and get your arm patched up and... God.
Cool. So Tekla
I'm
admonishes.
still looking around like, where'd she go?
Tekla leads you away, Derek. We'll pick back up with you guys again. Jessica and Earl, 2 of you come up. Sir Frock is playing. Lights are low. You see there's a long table, a couple of long tables, and a punch bowl and a bunch of snacks. They're still putting up like slices of cake and putting some nuts and berries in a bowl. And they've got one little sign they're putting up says vegan options, and it's got some different options there that are non-milk, non-dairy, no animal, all fruits and berries and the like. And as the 2 of you come up, Earl, you see Jack. And Jack grabs you, Ollie, by the arm. Hey, this guy's cool. Hey, Earl. I'm squishing across the parquet floor on his Crocs as he comes over, tugging along this guy you haven't seen before.
Well, howdy. Good to see you.
Hey,
Band's
Earl.
pretty good.
Yeah, cool. Hey, this is Ollie.
Hey,
raise a hand.
Ollie.
Hey.
I am. I'll reach out my hand to shake yours.
Hey. Hand out, but I don't really look at you.
Earl Davis, pleasure to meet you.
Yeah. Want a miss?
I'm sorry, I got distracted by me being a dummy.
My fault. Sorry about that.
Can you repeat what you just said?
What did I miss?
Oh. I'll give a quick recap of the zebra speech. My tone indicating just exactly how impressed I was with it. And then say there's something off around here. Look around. There aren't any fire extinguishers. They're all locked up downstairs. Who knows why? There's something going on.
Like, just a fire extinguisher thing, or?
Well, don't you think that's a sufficient clue that something's weird?
I've lived in places without any fire extinguishers.
Huh. All right. Well, just one of those things that I thought I should say out loud. Yeah. So, nice to meet you, I guess.
Yeah.
Earl, man, you know, Ollie, do you see they locked the side door too? I thought that was weird. Jack says.
And is the principal here? Because Robbie was going to tell the principal that all the fire extinguishers were gone, because that's not good.
Oh, Robbo, the senior guy. Yeah, nice kid.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see him. Did you see? No, you wouldn't know him, Molly. Oh, it's hey, I'm Jack.
Hi. Are you a teacher here?
Oh no, I'm a freshman, man. Like a freshman. Went out into the real world, and I came back. Gonna do it right this time. I started off at ETU. Things didn't work out back in the day, but I'm back. It's good. It's good. 3rd floor, right above these guys.
That's cool.
Like right above Earl. Hey, where's Derek, man?
I don't know.
He was right with us before.
Huh.
Yeah.
He's
I don't
a
know.
guy.
And, yeah. I guess you could say that.
Not my deal, but he's a guy.
So if the side doors are closed, how are people supposed to get out if they need to?
We came in the front door just a few minutes ago.
Oh, yeah, I guess people can still get out there.
Huh, I don't see the dean, though. You guys saw the dean? He usually gives the speech, you know. He's 4 years, less 5 or 6, not judging. That speech.
Yeah, haven't seen him.
Some more kids start spilling into the place, coming in. They start filling out. Folks are heading to the tables and grabbing food, and some folks already starting to dance. We're hearing some songs by The Ventures. They drop into Surfing Bird, and which is a great song, but not exactly surf rock, but still great. Tekla and Derek, the two of you, come up to the main floor. And you can meet back up with the others if you like, unless there's something specific you wanted to do once you got up there.
I mean, I'm heading for the main auditorium because if any place possibly is supposed to have a first aid kit, that should be it. Otherwise, I'm going to have to try and find the locker rooms. But
cool.
Also, if I go to the auditorium, we could maybe ask people. And in the meantime, I've been like, fire ghost, no fire extinguishers. Fire ghost, no fire extinguishers.
Fire tricks. No fire extinguishers. Still bad.
Very bad.
Mounted up on the wall, not far from an empty fire extinguisher holder that happens to be close to Jessica, you can see that there is a first aid kit. Can drag Derek over there. And how skilled is Tekla at administering first aid? Is this a thing where she like had a class or did Girl Scouts or just knows it, or is she super handy? Like, how's that look?
Tekla just has a lot of practical experience in it. probably just a little bit of first aid lessons in school that she paid attention to, because blood leaving the body, it tends to be bad. Probably also her dad was like, you'll need to know this stuff. And Tekla was like, I guess. Injuries happen. That's normal.
Cool. So, yeah, Derek, you don't see Nina anymore, but there's a party going on. Jack's here, so is Jessica and Earl.
Would I recognize Derek from like any photos?
Absolutely, you would recognize Derek.
Hamid. Oh.
And as I like bang down the first aid kit, I'm like, hey, Jess.
Oh, there was a girl and she did a disappearing trick and she used some fire effects and I got a little bit burned.
Yeah, actually, where's Earl? Because I gotta talk to Earl.
Is
Jess,
Earl nearby?
Could you like find me one unit of Earl? Because that would be cool.
Jules, you muted, by the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Ruby.
I'm not far away. I'm talking to Jack in the loquacious Ollie.
I just walk away from you, probably just as you're about to say something, and walk towards Derek.
Well, that's the direction I'm going too. So it's a happy coincidence.
Like, hey, oh, okay.
Hey, Jess.
Apparently, Derek has had some sort of pyrotechnics accident. You're in the basement?
What?
I don't get it either.
Well, you know, where the basketballs are stored and stuff. And I think her name was Nina. She did like a disappearing trick.
And I'm like, I've ointmented his burn.
I'm up my wrist, like there was some actual fire though.
I pull his wrist back down and I start bandaging it up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. So, Tekla, as you're taking a look at the wound on his wrist, there's actually there's a five line insignia there, like the 4 fingers coming to the thumb, and you can actually see like this ghostly aura to it. It almost looks like a pitchfork or something, maybe a Greek symbol. It's odd. You finish applying the ointment. It doesn't hurt anymore, Derek, but it's a burn. It's not going to immediately fade away. No. But Tekla, there's another thing. When you look up, just kind of glance around, you actually see a symbol very similar to that is up on a wall, hidden behind one of the banners. Like you'd have to go up on a set of the stairs, not stairs, but like, into the stands effectively, up off of the parquet floor to get up to that wall.
Okay. I frown and I like wipe a little sweat off of my forehead and I look to Earl and I'm like, okay, so Sweet Brown Eyes here says magic trick, and I say premeditated arson.
You think someone tried to light Derek on fire?
Yeah, I think she tried to light Derek on fire. And I think that... All right, so this tiny bit of fluff tried to lead Derek away, and Derek followed her like a puppy.
I can see that.
And I tried to, bring him back to the group, and instead of just sort of letting that happen, she lit on fire.
She disappeared.
She disappeared after lighting on fire.
Like spontaneous human combustion?
No, actually. Usually that's a wicking axe shit. Okay, that's really goth and stupid. No, not like spontaneous human combustion.
What? Desdemona appears near you, Tekla.
She's like, Buke, did somebody say death and goth?
Did someone catch on fire?
Someone disappeared with some fire effects.
Oh,
That's all.
that sounds boring.
It was actually quite. I mean, a little bit dangerous.
Derek, stop. Ixnay on the Ager Day.
She takes your hand, Derek, and she's observing. Oh, these bandages were well applied. You seem to know a bit about medicine, Tekla.
Yeah, I've taken some first aid courses.
I've learned all about bandages after studying self-harm.
Studying or practicing, kiddo?
Yeah, okay. No, that was an answer. So, yeah.
I think Ollie's kind of like getting impatient to get Derek alone. He's like, fuck it. Look, man. And I just grab him by the shoulder and push him to the side. Just the shoulder.
Ollie's kind of intense. I love it.
Whoa, frowns. Back off. I have just had to swat away some isolating weird fire ghost from our friend here. What are you doing?
Oh, we're friends from way back. Back off.
And I look at Derek. Does he think so?
No, I'm really going like, we are?
He looks a little familiar. Like maybe you've seen him in a picture before, Derek. He didn't look this sad, though. He looks super sad.
Habib. Sarah. You're Sarah's little
You're
brother.
friends with my sister. Okay. No, yeah, no, it's okay. He's friends with my sister, so it's fine.
Yeah, so back off.
Well, I mean, hey, she just gave me a nice little band-aid. So.
We got more prickles going on than a porcupine around here. How about everybody just kind of take a breath and let's see if we can get along?
Okay. Thanks, Earl.
I have no idea what you just said, but yeah, sorry.
Can we get back to the whole fire ghost issue?
No fire ghosts.
Even if it was just some random person practicing their David Copperfield act, that's still a bad thing in a wooden auditorium full of people with some of the exits locked and no fire extinguishers. So
Yeah, I guess, yeah, that's true. But maybe we should just talk to Nina and ask her about that.
But you said she disappeared.
Well, yeah, that's the point of disappearing, I guess. But I'm sure she'll. I mean, is she? No, I guess she's not in your room if you and Tekla are banging together. But
I would have noticed a ghost in our room.
Same.
well, I mean, I wouldn't because I've just been in my room for like a little bit.
Well, same. But also, okay, how about we go and we liberate the fire extinguishers?
I suppose we could try to find one of those security guys, but
Break the lock.
Yeah.
or we could just break the lock.
Yeah, what he said.
Hey, wait, that doesn't sound.
Where's the
like-
door?
What?
This-
No.
Come on.
Back
Bad
downstairs.
idea.
Dun, 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 dun,
I
dun.
follow Tekla.
So it looks like Ollie and Tekla are headed downstairs. Anybody staying up in the dancing?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not going to break and enter. Like, oh, no, that's insane.
Yeah, I need to get this ghost shit out of the way so I can talk to Derek. This is
So yeah, I'm definitely heading down with them.
Sweet. Is this Earl like has his phone and he's kind of snooping up
Yeah.
a little bit here?
Yeah, I'm definitely doing that.
Nice. You guys head downstairs. There's the security room that you had seen before. Earl and Tekla kind of snooped in and saw Officer Austin there. And yeah, the door is still locked. You also notice, Earl, something that it was not true before. The video camera down here on the hallway has been destroyed. Looks like somebody just whacked it with a bat. That was functioning before. You know that. You know about cameras. That is new.
I point my phone up to capture that, just to make sure I'm documenting the scene, and I know I'm about to document myself involved in the participation of a crime, but I don't care at this point.
Can I just have a little quick conversation of I know my prey?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you have? I know you mentioned something in the chat, just us two. What clues would I have got from the email that it was that? And is this anything? Would I think?
Gosh, that's a great question. So we had talked a little bit, and I suggested like the undead or ghosts. How about you got some emails after the supposed time that he'd passed from him? You don't think they were necessarily delayed delivery, but I mean, occasionally send you emails even now.
Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, ghost. Yeah, okay, that's my prey.
Is it good?
Yeah, no, that's freaky.
Yep.
Cool. So, easy enough to come right up to the door. It doesn't have like a big padlock on it. It's just a lock within the doorknob itself. Simple enough affair. Who wants to try to break it open?
Earl. Keeper. Earl, is it?
Yeah.
What?
You keep an eye out.
Wait, I'm sorry. I lost a little bit of what you said. Are you telling me to keep an eye out?
Yeah.
Or are you... Okay. Then yes, I will.
You don't look like that
keep
breaking and entering kind.
an eye out.
Are you also filming this while keeping an eye out, Snoop?
I am not filming him doing this. I am filming me keeping an eye out. So the camera's looking the same direction I am.
Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
you
As
want
I keep an eye
selfie
out.
narrating.
No.
Oh,
No.
No, this
Okay,
is-
cool.
and don't be pointing that camera at me.
Ooh. All right. How do you want to take out this door? What do you want to do here?
We just like shoulder barge,
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
like it's not like a proper security door or anything.
No.
Or like kick out
Yeah,
the
I'm just
lock.
trying to figure out, is that a kick some ass against a certain harm rating of the door? And then when you trade harm means you could possibly injure yourself. Does that feel right to you guys? Is that all right?
Act under pressure, maybe?
I was thinking act under pressure could also
It's to get what
possibly
you-
be.
to do what you set out to.
Okay.
I think the kind of the consequences make a bit more sense in under pressure.
Let's do that then. I'm with you. I was torn between the two. So let's go with the act under pressure. Roll plus cool.
Dun 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 dun. Under
6.
pressure.
Is anybody helping here with...
6. I got a 7,
Oof. Phew.
which is the best result.
The best result.
Everyone
You got a
loses.
tough of 2. It looks like you rolled a 6, so you got
Yeah,
an
but
8.
it's cool.
Oh, you're right. Thank you very much. Yeah, so you are cool. Of +1. 7 to 9, the keeper is going to give you a worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. I'll give you a choice. You can hurt yourself busting down this door, or you can make an inordinate amount of noise and draw unwanted attention.
Noise.
Awesome. So you slam into it, it shudders. You slam into it a second time, and you actually, the lock bends in on the frame, and there's this like metallic screech, and it pops open, but it is loud. You come in, you actually see that not only are there 2 rows of fire extinguishers all stood up on an end, but there are the unconscious bodies of 2 security guards.
Oh, shit. What the fuck, Ollie?
I didn't knock him over.
No, dude, couldn't you have done that just a little bit more quietly, a little more into the meat? Come on. Fuck. And then, like, I immediately go and check and see if these dudes are dead.
They are not dead. You don't smell any weird chemicals or anything like that, but they seem out of it, really disoriented. One of them, his eyes open, but he doesn't quite focus. Yeah, not sure what's been done, but they're not dead.
I lean over with the Tekla. I kind of drag her attention to the like little key card or whatever that's on one of the belts. Like,
oh, it's old school.
next
It's
time.
like it's a ring of keys.
Yep. Like a big one on a clip.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. It's
Like a silver dial kind of thing that's got you can pull down. There's a big ring of keys
On a
on
key
it.
bag. Yeah.
Yeah.
I grab it and I pass it up to Ollie.
Yeah.
You also see that these security guards, they don't carry firearms. They both have stun guns.
I
at
take
their
one.
side. You have a stun gun.
After he made all that noise, I look to see if there's anybody coming immediately, and if not, then I'll head into the room with them.
Okay, cool. So we're going to swing back up to the main floor where Jessica and Derek are. Tekla and Ollie and Earl all left to go downstairs. Jessica, what did you do?
Well, I'm trying to see if Derek's okay, and then I'll see if I can open the side doors so people can get out if they need to.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, so you go to the side door, and sure enough, it's chain locked from the inside with a big padlock.
Okay.
It's kind of push doors where you can push on the bar and it would click open, double doors that would click open and go out to the outside. Someone's looped a chain between the bars and then padlocked it closed.
Oh, that's a bit drastic.
That is a bit weird.
It is not a key padlock though. It takes a combination. So perhaps you could pick it. You're a genius.
I'll try 1-1. I'll try 1-1-1-1.
Nope.
Then I don't know.
Fair
Are you
logic.
okay, Derek?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just got some. I got a bandage from Tekla.
Yeah.
Your wrist starts to burn, Derek. It starts to burn again, but it's more like a burning sensation rather than a sharp being actively burned right now. It's like that throbbing feeling.
Yeah, I'm rubbing the bandage and going like.
You should probably stop touching it. That's bad.
Well, I mean, it's you know how when I remember this one time when I touched the top of the oven like the heating element, and like for days, like sometimes it would just start like that's what I've got now.
Well, stop touching it. So there was.
Start like tapping my arm like that underneath. Like, okay, fine, I'm not touching it, okay?
So there was this girl, and she did a trick, and now you are burning. Like it's like you touched a fire element in the oven, because that's pretty warm.
Yeah, it was a bit of a dumb trick, I guess. So I guess I should talk to her. Hey, you're in the on the girls' floor. Keep an eye out for Nina.
Okay. I pull up my phone and I try to find a student register.
Awesome. Yeah, you can log into the intranet within East Texas University because you're smart and you worked ahead. And there are a few Ninas on campus. One of them's in administration. One of them is a sophomore.
Can I? Does ETU have a student newspaper?
Yeah. Oh man, I feel terrible because I've seen it. I can't remember the name of the newspaper. Let's see if I can find it. With search function. The student-run newspaper is here. It's that's it. They didn't name it. We have to name it. So they have a student-run newspaper as well as a station, a television
Quote
station.
the Raven.
Quote the Raven. That is the best.
Nice. I'm trying to find out if any Ninas ever died here.
Oh, wow, that is awesome. Why don't you give me there's a investigate a mystery roll.
Okay.
Oh, that's
And I'm just looking over her shoulder, going like, "Wait, what are you looking up now?"
That's a 3. That's not gonna end well, except for my XP. Investigate a mystery.
Yeah, so you roll a 3. On a miss, you don't get any holds.
No, I do not.
So you start searching through, trying to find a Nina. As you do, before you are able to get back any results of any consequence, there's a tap on your shoulder. And there's a guy in the Ravens Letterman jacket. He's kind of big. He's about 6'2". I don't know if that's kind of big compared to Jan, but to me, it's kind of big. So Jan's like 8 feet tall, guys. I don't know if you've ever met Jan.
6'4".
He's literally a giant. He's literally a giant. He's hunted by small men sometimes, dwarves with big beards, but that's okay. No, this guy's 6'2", so he's short compared to Jan, but big compared to a short guy like me. And he says, "Hey, fresh meat. You want to dance?"
Oh,
Not really.
Whoa, harsh. Hey, listen. My name's Billy, and I'm a senior here. One of the advisors. Probably a good idea to be a little nicer.
but Billy, she said that she didn't want to dance.
Yeah, but
Thank
you
you.
didn't really listen to me, honey.
Thank you, though. Maybe we could dance later.
Why don't we dance now, baby?
He's trying to look down at her phone, which has like, Nina suicide ETU, and he's like, I can't explain.
He takes your phone. He's like, "Oh, I see what the problem is." Puts it in his pocket of his jacket. What do you do, Derek? What?
I'm just going like, hey, wait, that's not. Hey, come on.
He shoves you. Hey, don't worry about it.
Hey, no, I that's not. No, look, that's not. You can't just. And I try to like start reaching for that phone and.
I like if you really want to, roll for it. You want to go to dice here?
I'm
Awesome.
gonna dice this.
Why don't you act under pressure to see if you can snag that away from him?
Let's see. It's cool, isn't it? Yeah, great.
Are you helping, by the way, Jessica? You can roll cool. And I hear you echoing through Jan, so you're muted.
8.
I am.
Oh, so a help out would only grant a +1. So since he's already rolled, if you want to
Okay.
hang tight, you can. Too bad. He was too quick on the trigger there. Awesome. So on the 7th and 9, you can grab it away from me. He's going to deck you, though.
Yeah, no, are you sure?
Cool. So you snag Jessica's phone away from the pocket, and he pops you one right in the eye, and you fall backwards into. I'm gonna give you just one more harm, but you fall backwards into one of the. So the way that the auditorium or the stands work is that you can push them up against each other, like they'll pop up. All the stands will fold underneath each other and then be flat. And then there's one that's just pulled out. So you end up staggering back and dropping in. And as you do, you bang the back of your head into the wooden backs of what would have been all the different rows. And you see there behind one of the banners, like up on the wall, is that 4-finger. The 5-finger, kind of that trident type thing, the same scar that you saw on your hand.
That trident thing very well on my own. It's like I'd have to.
But it's just kind of glowing, like somebody put glowy paint in some weird symbol, but hid it behind a banner.
While I'm seeing stars a bit, I'll just lie there.
Billy turns to you.
I'm screaming like super, super loud because that's what my parents told me to do if I was ever in a situation of violence.
Nice. Awesome. So you start screaming super loud.
Yes.
And this guy's looking around like, whoa, what the? And the security guard comes up. And he's like, what's going on here? He's got his hands on his little stun gun there. You see his badge.
That guy attacked my friend.
I think you need a timeout there, Billy. It's like, hey, Tyler, chill out, man. Well, you need to go away from this situation before I have to fill out a report. Billy's like, whatever. He starts to walk away. He says, are you all right?
Shouldn't you fill out a report?
Oh, well, he's the quarterback. My hands are tied, but I stopped this, so you're good, right?
I guess.
Just a headache. I mean, fine.
Hey, why are the side doors locked?
Shit. I was muted. Just a headache.
I'm sorry, ma'am. What are you saying? What's your name?
I'm Jessica. I'm a freshman. I was wondering why the side doors are locked. That seems like a fire hazard.
The side doors are locked?
Yeah, there's a big padlock on them.
Can you show me that?
Sure.
Cool. So you walk between, a couple of sets of stands and down a little corridor towards the side door. And sure enough, it's locked. And he says, huh. That's not good. Oh, it looks like a combination lock. Yeah, we should definitely do something about that. Derek, you just saw this security officer walk off with Jessica.
I'm basically scrambling up and going like, hey, wait for me.
Cool. Yeah, you scramble. After he sees you, he turns around and he draws out his stun gun. So we kick over to Tekla, Ollie, and Earl. So you guys have gotten a stun gun. These security guards are still a little bit out of it. One of them is able to sit up, but can't really quite form really coherent words, just kind of mumbling. You've got those keys as well. What do you want to do?
Get him out of there.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
So you can help them up to their feet. One's kind of dumpy in his 50s. The other guy's maybe he's a graduate from here, or maybe he's taken 9 classes. You're not sure. Help the two of them out into the hallway. Walk past the broken camera. Kind of hard to carry a whole bunch of fire extinguishers, right? But does anybody, you grabbing a couple, Earl? Or doing anything, Earl?
Yeah. Yes. I'm going to grab a couple fire extinguishers.
I guess I got the dumpy one.
Nice. You're tough. Sweet. As you're doing that, Tekla, you are hearing in your ear a woman's voice. It sounds just like Nina, and she's just whispering, "You're all going to burn. You're all going to burn.
Come at me, ho."
Nice. Yeah, Tekla just randomly says that, Earl.
I'm already learning not to have real expectations for Tekla, so I just I'm letting it happen as it happens, man. Letting it happen as it happens.
And like I sort of come to, and I'm like, "Ah, shit! I said the quiet part loud." And I look up at the smashed camera, and I'm like, "Shit! It was like that upstairs too." What?
Damn it.
I didn't say anything.
Well, let's keep going. Get these guys up there.
Yeah, come on, fellas. We're gonna get you some fresh air.
Cool. So by the time they start coming up the stairs, the younger guy, he's able to, he say, it was Tyler. You guys got to watch out. It's a security guard. Don't trust the security guard.
What's Tyler look like?
He's like, and as he's talking, he's like voiceover as we pan over to the security guard. He's like 30s, blonde hair, freckles. And then we cut scene to 30s, blonde hair, freckles with the badge ID, last name Austin. As he draws out the stun gun, he says, "Hey, I'm sorry I had to go this way, but..."
I start screaming again.
Yeah, he will turn and fire the stun gun at you.
Also run away, because that was the second thing.
So, okay, why don't you act under pressure, because he's shooting you with a stun gun. I'm going to give you a -1 forward on this roll. Although it would be perfect for our mundane to be the one who's like, "Help!" But it's just that the expert is smart enough to yell for help.
That's a 6 due to the -1.
A 6. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. So the good news is you get an experience point.
Wait, can I try to help?
Oh, you could try to help. You're really
Oh,
good
yeah.
at helping.
Yeah,
Um,
he's like super at helping.
I'm just asking. Does
But
this
only
count as
when
fighting a
fighting.
monster?
You're asking what?
Does this count as when fighting a monster?
Yes, sure.
Yes?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, this guy is absolutely a monster. You'll find out.
Awesome. Then I have a 10+.
Sweet. So you give her a +1, which gets her to a 7. I'm sorry, you don't get that XP, Jessica. Yeah, but you are able to avoid the two little...
I basically just hang on his arm a bit and go like, "Hey!"
Go, and they kind of... And he shoves you down to the ground, and he says, "You don't understand. Only I know the ritual. I will gain your power." He starts pulling the stun gun back in as he kicks at you. So Tekla, Ollie, and Earl, you guys come up, and you look across, with all the music. It's still really loud, the din of everything, but just because you happen to look across and you're able to see that security guard. You see Derek on the ground, Jessica up against the hallway that leads to the side doors where she's been kind of shoved aside. And we'll cut back to Jessica. What is it that you're doing? This guy's trying to reload his stun gun to fire at you again. You see Tekla, Ollie, you see Tekla, you kind of know Ollie. Tekla and Earl, though, you definitely recognize the two of them.
I will throw my phone at him. Oh, you still have
You
my
can't.
phone.
I still
Damn
have that.
it. That was my one thing.
I mean, you could run away.
Actually, are there? They took all the fire extinguishers, but are there fire alarms around here?
That is a great question.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's a fire alarm.
Okay, I will run there and
Pull it.
either press the button, pull it, or the little hammer thing.
It's old style, kind of plastic, says fire. You pull it down, goo, brrrring, and there's no sprinkler system, unfortunately. Well, there's the sprinkler system, but it doesn't go off. Like you can hear, but no water comes down, and the freshmen think this is all part of the plan. Because they're like, whoa, wow, burn it down. We don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn. And the music continues on after you pull the fire alarm. Earl, Tekla, Ollie, you hear the fire alarm going on. There are people who think that this is part of it because, hey, the sprinklers haven't come on. So it's just like some crazy party.
We can see what's happening.
Yes, you can see what's happening. It's across the way. Like you're over on one side of the basketball court. They're on the other side of the basketball court near a side door.
I think, from Ollie, I think never again. He's running in.
Nice. Oh man, that's awesome. So never again is a move in combat. You can choose protect someone without rolling. That's cool.
I'm also going to run over there because I conveniently happen to have two rather significant weapons in my left and right hand in the person of fire extinguishers.
Oh, I thought it was going to be fists. Sorry.
No.
Lefty and righty are ready to go.
That's awesome. Cool. You roll a 10 plus, so I imagine you tackle this guy?
Me?
Ollie. Sorry.
Yeah.
I
get my automatic 10 plus, but I can't take the suffer little harm. So
okay.
I'll just inflict a bit of harm on the guy.
Awesome. So you knock him to the ground, but you will take, I'm going to say you take harm of damage because you slam into the guy and also hit the ground really hard. But you've knocked him down. He's trying to scramble over towards the stun gun, which is skittered towards your feet, Jessica. He's reloaded it. Tekla, you're coming up from behind. Earl, you are rushing up with the fire extinguishers. It's not looking good for Tyler Austin at all. So Earl, what do? You come up after he gets knocked down. Oh, Paul's having.
Sorry. Is he face down or?
Yeah, he got knocked down from behind. He fell face down. The stun gun fell out of his hand. He just reset it, and it scoots across the concrete floor, the painted concrete floor, bumps into Jessica's shoe.
Does he have zip? Does he have zip cuffs on his belt?
He sure does.
Well, then I think I'm gonna hog tie me a scary cultist security guard.
Awesome. We'll say, Tekla, that the reason you're kind of hung up is that the dumpy guy, Ollie, ignored him and he just started to fall to a knee. So you keep him from like falling back and bashing his head on the parquet floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to zip tie Tyler Austin, the security guard, Earl, and he says, it's too late. It's too late. The ritual's begun. And with that, we will take a bio break. So we're going to take 5 to 7 minutes. Break here. We'll pick back up.
Catch you in a bit.
Bye-bye.
All right, folks are returning. Yes, Jen is trying to torch you with a slightly raised overlay.
I mean, it's obviously the worst crime that somebody's ever done to me. It can never be forgiven.
Ever, never, ever.
Never again.
So we come back from commercial to the zip-tied Officer Tyler Austin announcing, "It's too late. The ritual has begun. All of your power will be burned into me."
Is there anything we can shove in his mouth?
Sure. There's got to be something he shoved in his mouth.
You know that you're insane, right?
No, I see the truth. Thank you. I see the truth. I know the truth. You are all fools, ignorant fools. And then something shoved in his mouth.
I want it to be a sock, but I'm but it seems a bit weird to take off a shoe and then sock.
But yeah, take off the shoe and get a sock just to shove in his mouth. And that seems a little much. I'm sure Jessica has some kind of sock or sock scarf or scarf-like sock or something.
Maybe she's fixing something.
Of course.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Ollie is clearly the most inclined to physical action. So I'm going to hand him a fire extinguisher and tell him to try to get the lock off that chain on the door, so that we know that there's at least one door that people can get out. And then I'm going to, you can do with that as you will, Ollie, of course. I'm not forcing Alex to do anything. But then I'm going to go up to the stage and try to commandeer a mic and tell everybody that there's free beer on the quad.
Cool. Yes, I love that. So Earl hands off a fire extinguisher and makes his way towards the stage where we have the big kind of banner behind the drum set that says Jury of Robots, and it's got some kind of Futurama style robot drawings on there, the hashtag not trademarked. Tekla, you are hearing her voice again. You're all going to burn.
Oh, I'm so sick of your taunting. You're only saying this crap because you can't actually do it. And I march over to where I saw the pitchfork mark halfway up the wall. And let's see.
You could use a scarf to wipe it, but somebody stuffed that in the mouth of a security guard.
I mean, I already have had my hands in a first aid kit. I'm just going to take an alcohol wipe to it.
Awesome. Yeah, you climb up there onto the stands, right? You can kind of pull it out enough to stair-step your way up, and you wipe it off. As you do, you notice that maybe 60 feet down that way, there's another one.
I'll get it.
Cool. So Tekla's
muttering the whole time about how ghosts fucking suck.
Derek, noticing this, goes like, "Oh, you're wiping those away. There's another one up there."
Yeah, you can see them all, Derek, right away. So you're working on the second one, Tekla, and Golf Girl, who you found out during the little bit of meet and greet. Her first name's Bethany. She calls up, "Are you okay? Do you need help or something?"
Oh, hey, Beth. Yeah, I'm good. I just hate graffiti.
Oh.
I mean, unless it looks good, but this stuff's really weak. Hey, I know this is weird, but do you want to go and look for some outside? I'll give you my number. You can text me if you see any.
Why don't you manipulate someone right here? Roll plus charm.
Cool. Hello again, roll for my party.
Oh, your worst enemy.
I fucking hate this tool.
Oh. If you want to roll actual dice, because I know you have legit tech issues, that's okay.
It just never works in the browser that I'm using at any given time. Like at first it didn't work in Chrome, and now it doesn't work in Firefox. And I don't know why or anything. If I'm going to roll physical actual dice, then I need to like select a special set for Tekla because that's how I roll.
Literally.
So,
sorry, I didn't mean to cause frustration.
all right, this pair is going to be blue, and if somebody wants to delete my yellow dice. Oh my god.
That looks good. That is what I like.
That's a 6. I suck
That
at
is a 6.
this.
That's you did not. Yeah, that did not go your way. So the good news is you get an XP.
Cool.
So you can go ahead and mark that XP.
Cool. Done.
And she says, well, sure, but I was trying to keep an eye on Desdemona. She got a little wasted on something.
Already?
Yeah. I don't think it's alcohol.
And I like pause in my swiping and I'm like halfway done. And I hop down and I'm like, I know some first aid. I can take a look at her if you want.
Yeah. Come on. She's over here. And we'll cut away from you over to Earl mounting the stage. Jessica, what are you doing, though? I want to check in with you.
Oh, I'm not sure where Ollie is, but I think everyone just left me alone with a cuffed security guard.
Ollie's looking at the chains.
I'm still there with you as well.
Oh, well,
I'm probably actually handing your phone over to you, like,
okay.
hey.
I'm like seeing if the security guard has anything, any items with him or weird tattoos on him, and I want to investigate a mystery.
Yes, you should do that. Investigate a mystery. Roll. Sharp.
That is a 9.
Nice. Is anyone helping?
Gladly.
You're not fighting a monster, so you will need to roll.
I know. I got an 8, so
That makes it a 10, right?
That makes it a 10. No XP for you this time around, but with 10 on Investigate a Mystery, you hold 2.
Yay. Well, I was mostly trying to figure out if he was really just insane or a cultist or something completely different. So I would like to know what sort of creature is this.
I
may also pull the sock out of his mouth again to hear more of his ranting.
Sweet. So, yeah, you hear more of his ranting as part of your investigation. He does seem to be completely convinced that he has a ritualist who has cast some kind of spell by placing runes and focusing the energy, and that he has begun the ritual, which means that it won't stop. That it won't stop until this place is burned down, and he's absolutely convinced of that. However, you feel like he might be crazy.
Yeah, I got that idea. But the security guards that these people dragged up, they don't look the same as this guy, right? It's just-
No, they come over. At this point, they're still a little disoriented. One is heading over towards you. The dumpy guy in his 50s. He sees that Earl's headed up right now. He's actually headed to the front door and is trying to open the front door, which is also padlocked.
Okay, but this is the guy that Billy, the quarterback, recognized as and.
Yeah,
Name
Billy
is what it is.
recognized this security officer that
Okay.
you currently have zip tied.
But I
Called
must
him
have
by
been there for a
name.
while. Yeah. Okay. Then I will. Oh, I can still hold my hold.
Okay.
Yes.
Sweet. So, Earl, you get up on stage, and the lead guitarist is doing that kind of thumb motion on his bass, wah wah wah, on a killer surf rock song from Man or Astra Man, and he looks at you like, "Oh shit, they're rushing the stage," and this is not what I expected. But if you want to try to rush the stage and take the mic away, I think maybe you need to act under pressure here.
All righty. Oh,
Are you not
I'm
the king of cool?
no, I can't. Yeah, I just Google Sheets keeps freezing up, and I have to keep refreshing it. But I've got it now. So let me roll my dice.
Yeah, you have boxcars that have to go away now, sadly.
Oh, and go away they did.
I did indeed. Flip mode. Is
That's
that a 6?
6.
That's a 6.
Yep.
All right. So you move forward. The lead singer for this surf rock group is wearing like board shorts and I think like Anarchy in the UK t-shirt. You come up, you grab the mic away from him. He snags the mic back from you and shoves you back off of the stage. There are people who are up like dancing near the stage and they think you are trying to crowd surf. So they catch you and then they lift you up and they start walking you back and you feel like 50 hands on your back and your legs and your butt and the like. What do you do?
I try to get back to my feet.
Okay, just kind of try to wriggle your way.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's really my only choice at this point.
Cool. Well, I mean, you could like ask and maybe ask for people to like gently let you down, and maybe they'll let you down, or you could just twist really hard and know you're gonna slam into the ground. Which of the two methods would Earl probably use?
Oh, I'll try to communicate, but yeah, I'll try to ask first. But
okay, cool. Song continues on for a bit. You end up coming near a part of the pack, then they will let you down back on the ground. I mean, it's not a forever thing when you crowd surf. Let's cut over to Ollie though. We'll jump right back to you. Ollie, you've got a fire extinguisher of your own, so you probably be okay.
Oh, dream come true. I crouched down by the the lock, and I think I would like to try and see if he could get through the lock without just brute force, like with a little bit of finesse, maybe, just to see.
Interesting. Okay. So you're trying to pick it, just trying to spin around and grab enough combinations to make your way through?
Yeah, I imagine he may have, broken into some places before, and maybe he's got through one of these locks before.
Interesting.
Well, maybe.
I think it's kind of cool. I think that happens. I think you're able to kind of show us a little bit of your criminal side or your darker past there. And you try a few different combinations. You're able to feel around through the tumbler, and it pops open right in front of Derek and Jessica as they are talking to the security guard and looking over their phones. So, yeah.
Done.
Yeah, so Derek, it looks like he's pulling off the chain that's around the two latches for the door. You can open it right up.
Cool, you got it open.
I'm
Good
keeping
job.
the chain, by the way.
Oh, okay. Sure. I mean, I don't care. It's not mine.
Okay, that's in character. That yeah, no. I kind of like wrap a little bit around my wrist and then just holding it there as a just in case.
Cool. Okay, well, you guys can open up those two doors. You got the chain pulled off. Light pours into it's already like 11, so let me take that back. The like street lights pour into this darkened hallway, not sunlight. Sorry about that. And you've got an exit if you want to take it.
We should probably see if that ritual or whatever it is could be stopped. You guys want to
Should we not
go in there?
Okay, but how about getting people out?
Well, that's part of stopping the ritual, maybe? Making sure there's no ritual sacrifices?
Why is everything so weird? I'll go.
So yeah, as you guys are doing that, the security guard who's finally made his way over here has picked up Tyler. He's calling for security. He's calling in this thing, and he's trying to get enough people's attention, try to get folks headed towards the exits.
I'm gonna be doing that too. Like, just talking to people like, hey, yeah, the fire alarm was an action. Like, you need to go to the exit over there.
Okay, cool. Earl, you are let down from the crowd surfing, and you can, if you want to help from the center of the crowd, kind of give voice to the fact that the security guard, Derek, are urging people to go outside. You can do that if you want, unless you want to do something different.
I'm going to stick with a modified version of my earlier plan and just start shouting, "Free beer, follow me," and rush back towards the exit that I know is open, because I have every faith in Ollie, who I met 17 minutes ago.
Like a Pied Piper, you are able to draw many college students to you with the offer of free beer, which was not available here. So yeah, and Jack is like, yeah, free beer up in my room, 3rd floor, freshman. Yeah, let's go this way. Come on, everybody. And they're a little less interested in Jack's offer, but still, and they will start heading and clearing the space here. The parquet floor becomes, you see spots as it starts to empty out. And Tekla, we cut over to you as Bethany leads you to the girls' locker room. And you see Desdemona is seated on like a wooden bench that's in front of a few lockers, and she's seated, but she's like leaning back a little bit against the lockers and staring off into the sky. And by the sky, I mean the ceiling. Oh, and you're muted, by the way, Jen.
All right, I'll approach and I'll say, hey, Des, girl, how you doing?
Peachy.
I'll like feel her forehead and then like look into her eyes.
Cool.
I've heard a different story about that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you say that, Bethany's like, yeah, she's kind of spaced out of her gourd. Tekla, do you have any experience with MDMA or any kind of ecstasy?
Oh, yeah.
Or...
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's 100% what's going on here. She popped something of some kind, and it seems to be.
She's tripping balls.
Yeah, she's tripping balls. That is exactly the phrase. Thank you.
Okay. Well, we should make sure she stays hydrated so that her temperature doesn't shoot way the hell up. Do you have any, like, water or water bottle or anything? Because, I mean, probably the sink water's okay.
Bethany says, I don't have a water bottle, but yeah, sure, some sink water. I can look around. And she'll head back and start opening lockers quickly. She's not wigged out, but she's like concerned. Like, she legitimately doesn't want this bad thing to happen, and doesn't seem to quite know how to deal with this. So,
and I noticed that finally, and I'm like, Desdemona's going to be okay. We just need to make sure that she's looked after.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, right. So, here's a water bottle, and she pulls out this like dark white plastic thing that you can screw top on the water bottle, and she runs over to the sink and fills it up and puts the cap on. It's one of those with a long straw that comes out of it, and yeah, you can negotiate. In the background, you can hear people like, "Oh, this beer out of the quad this way, free beer." It's a lot going on there on the outside as you're dealing with Bethany and Desdemona.
And we should probably go outside, maybe get some fresh air. And Desboo, you gotta just have a little bit of this, okay? Just a little bit now, and I'll leave you alone for like 1 single minute.
He takes a drink. It tastes like strawberries and effervescence.
That's good. That's good.
You can, with Bethany, who's, she's an athlete. She's strong. You two of you can easily get Desdemona up. She's a much lighter than the large, poofy, kind of blackish gown that she's wearing. She's much slighter than she appears. And you two of you can guide her towards the gym and towards the exit. So you guys are able to get pretty much everybody evacuated. The guard wasn't able to open the front entrance, so everyone heads out the side entrance. The younger guard has called for help. You think you can hear sirens in the distance. And yeah, so I believe that Jessica, you had mentioned the possibility of trying to stop the ritual. What are you doing about that?
I'm going back into the auditorium, or no, it was the gym, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Basketball court, and I would like to use, if I can, my second hold and say what happened here. I'm just trying to find out the ritual stuff.
Awesome. So you find there are 12 points, it used to be 13, 12 points where a particular type of substance was painted in a pattern onto the walls, hidden behind banners and placed in several points. You see there probably was a 13th, but one has been wiped clean.
I lick it to see if it's water soluble. Oh, I lick my finger and I wipe it to see if it's water soluble.
It is. Yes, it is water soluble.
Hi. Hey, Earl. I go back in like the hallway. Can you get those fire extinguishers?
Yeah, I'll grab the one that Ollie doesn't have and run over to where Jessica is.
Hey, I'm
because
not really sure. Oh.
She appears to have a clue.
Jinkies.
What do you need, Jessica?
Well, I'm not sure what's actually in a fire extinguisher, but do you think we could use it to quickly blow off these weird signs that are on the wall? Because it seems to be like some kind of ritual.
I can give it a shot.
Okay.
And then I suit my actions to my words.
Cool.
By actually giving it a shot.
Awesome. So you give it a squirt, and when you wipe that away, it appears to be gone. The temperature starts to rise a bit here. Like, just notice the sweat is appearing on your forehead and the like. Derek, what are you doing right now?
I'm basically still. I'm actually, like, after the last people have start leaving, I will probably try to find Ollie and go like, that other security guy is still tied up, so we should probably lift him out.
Okay, cool. Good. So yeah, you can help out the other security guard, help him out of there. Who's tied up? The Tyler Austin, the guy who is ranting.
I think Alex is talking, but he's muted as hell.
Oh yeah, sorry. It was a, as Jen said, kind of meh, optional.
Yeah,
But
if
in
you
my
start
run-
carrying him out, and he's like, "No, no, don't take me out. No, I don't want to go. I don't want to go outside. Leave me here."
Yeah, well, tough cookies.
Nice.
I shoved the foot scarf.
We can just both
in a bit.
like grab one shoulder and then sort of drag him out
Yeah.
with his feet dragging along the floor.
Awesome. So I think let's come back down to one more act under pressure to see if you're able to remove the majority of the runes before the ritual is activated. The two of you are working together, Jessica and Earl. Who do you want to lead the roll in rolling plus cool?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I think Earl should do it. I'm not very.
I will. So do you want to try to roll to help?
Yes,
That's also cool.
that's okay.
Mm-hmm. That is a 6, Jules.
Yes,
Yes, Jessica. Oh, Jessica.
that is the face of XP. That's good.
I know. You get an XP. Don't worry. I've got an idea for you. Let's see if Earl can pull it off regardless.
I got a 9.
Nice.
No, I got a 10. Actually, I got a 10.
You got a 10. Oh, that's awesome. So,
Yes.
yeah, here's what happens. The two of you are working together. Again, what Tyler did was he had pulled out all of the bleachers, climbed up to the top, painted a thing on, right? Then he went back down, shoved it all together. So it's nice and high and it's hidden behind a banner. And he did that for 13 different points throughout this to make it a focus area for this ritual he thought he was casting. You guys work around in concert. Earl is doing the squirting, and you're rubbing off the symbol when it's gone to make sure that everything's done. You guys get through a half dozen of them, and the temperature starts to drop. And then, so Jessica, what happens for you as you're trying to help is that at one point you're going up a set of bleachers, you twist your ankle. And I'm going to say that you take 2 harm and
Ow!
sprain your ankle very badly.
Oh,
Yeah. So you're able to kind of hobble your way out with help from Earl. You guys successfully take down the rituals before anything more. The temperature starts to drop back down to the temperature that you would normally expect within the gymnasium. You hear there's a fire engine, police cars have arrived. We come outside. Tekla, Desdemona, Bethany are all there. Beth is like, "Hey, she took some kind of drugs, right? We don't want her to get in trouble. Is that cool if we just get her back to the room?"
You guys should just go. I'm gonna stick around.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
I've got her. And she pulls Desdemona's arm around her neck and mutters, "I really do hate you." And then Desdemona says, and they will leave. So what do you do, Tekla, once you're able to foist Desdemona off on her roommate?
I search my feelings. Do I have any hunches about anything bad that's about to happen?
Ooh, what an interesting thing. So, your hunches. So here's the thing that you feel might be going wrong is that it's possible, if there is enough confusion, that assaulting a security officer, not a police, assaulting a security officer, breaking into a room, even though a couple people were helped, that could get twisted around. The stories got messed up, and you guys could be in a lot of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Because no one's going to believe that you stopped a ritual to use fire magic because of a ghost. Sorry.
Yeah, no, but hunches is literally a move that I've got.
That is right. I should have made you roll dice. But let's have you roll that shark to see if you can help out with against that risk.
All right, I have gathered up some cool dice.
Oh, those are cool. I don't even know how you'd roll them. Like, how do you read them? You can roll them, of course, because they're dice. But
This is a 6. This is a 1. And this is a 3.
weird.
Get it? Get it?
I get it.
Okay. All right. I got a 10 on the dice. So that's an
Wow.
11 with my sharp.
Nice.
Clever.
Cool. On a 10 plus, just where you needed to go just in time to get there. That is how you can help to obviate you guys catching the blame for this. So, Tekla, how is it that you make sure that the group doesn't get fingered for some of the slightly illegal things that you did to save people's lives?
Goodness. Sorry, T and Lace, The Adventures of Golf Girl and Goth Girl.
That's the best.
Oh, I love it. It's so good. Honestly, I think what needs to happen is there needs to be evidence of an actual fire to excuse our behavior. So going in with the whole doing crazy things just like my dad line of thinking, I have to go in there and I have to start a fire.
Oh man, we worked so hard.
Sweet. So because of the roll, you knew where you needed to go just in time. So you start a fire.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Do you go into like the little concession stand area? Because there would be, grease vats and lots of things.
Absolutely. Also, like, I've worked in food service, so I know what the risks are and exactly how to make it look basically natural.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice. Cool. So we cut back outside where Ollie and Earl have drug Tyler Austin, the security guard, who is now despondent because everyone has left. Everything is ruined. I planned this for weeks. I'm going to make sure you two pay.
As soon as I saw that there was police, by the way, I just flicked the chain off into a bush.
I said Tyler and Earl. It was Tyler and Derek. I apologize. Yeah, so yeah, he's cursing your names. Oh, we'll find you in your sleep. I will curse you. I will tear your soul asunder.
You've been watching too many movies, man.
Nice.
I
Cool.
think it's foot scarf time.
Yeah, it's scarf time. All right, so I feel like we've kind of brought to a close. You guys have averted the ritual. You've also averted blame through Tekla's quick actions. You guys see a little bit of a fire, and the fire department comes in, and Tekla, you go out the side door. Do you tell anyone what you had to do to pull this off, or is this just a thing that we know and Tekla knows?
It's just a thing that we know and Tekla knows.
Awesome. Cool. So let's skip forward a little bit of time. I'd like to pick up with Tekla and Jessica in their dorm room. A little bit of fallout, perhaps conversation there. There was a fire that started even though you stopped the ritual, Jessica.
Well, did
Yeah.
I stop the ritual? Because there was still a fire, so maybe it worked.
Maybe
Jessica's gotten pretty obsessed with that symbol.
as well she should. You get a little bit of information as well from your search that comes back. There was a Nina, passed away in 1947, and her last name is Castle. Nina Castle.
Was it a suicide?
That is a great question. I have information to share with you. I just don't want to misspeak, so give me just a moment.
I'm like hovering over Jessica's shoulder as she like has a scanned black and white microfiche picture, and I'm like, oh, that's her. Yeah, she was a cutie.
And no, it was actually, she was burned to death, and she was found in what is called the Roost, which is now the basketball arena.
Look, she was burned to death in the Roost. That is so spooky.
You find her name in the Southeast Texas Institute school yearbooks as well.
Mm-hmm.
Student newspaper has a short article about her burned body being found in the new, at that time, basketball arena. Officials ruled her death an accident, but the details are very vague.
Wow.
Huh.
I heard that a lot of people died that year here. I hope they're not all going to come back.
Who's to say?
Well, I have exams to make, so.
Same.
Yeah.
God, no wonder she was all horny for all of us to burn, though.
Well, it did burn, so it's not going to go well for next time. Like, we tried to stop the ritual.
Well, between you and me and the door, I just started a grease fire in the concession stand so that, you know, it would seem reasonable that we broke open doors to break people out.
You set the building on fire?
Not the building, just the concession stand. It was a grease fire in the kitchen. It's real common.
It still smells of burnt fries. It's really gross.
Well, we don't have to go into the auditorium. Neither of us are here for any kind of phys ed degree.
Yeah, I know. Well, I guess it's good because they didn't suspect us or ask any questions.
We aren't suspended, and that's what matters.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. I guess small fires that are manageable while the fire department is outside are reasonably okay. Please don't burn the college down, though. Like, my parents paid a lot of money for me to be here.
That's cool. I'm pretty sure if I burn the dorm down, I'll lose my scholarship.
Yeah.
I just have to say, I have the feeling that that we're not suspended, and that's what matters. Is going to be kind of a running theme here. That's all I'm saying.
There's a soft knock at your door, Tekla and Jessica.
Mm-hmm. Yeah?
And, it's Bethany? Is Tekla in there?
And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah?
And I like jump backwards onto the bed and I like grab a book and I'm like totally pretending to study.
Cool. Is the door locked? Or like, should I wait?
It's open. It's fine. I'll also switch my screen back to, I don't know. Homework.
She opens the door. She's wearing a different polo shirt, same khaki style shorts. She just like the little footy socks, and she comes in. Hey, Des is asleep? That's cool, right?
Yeah, it's fine. You don't want people to sleep when they have possibly a head injury like a concussion and some things where you just want to make sure that what they've taken actually burns through their body. How was she doing before she took her nap?
Oh, well, she said she was really hot, and we went through a bunch of water bottles. And she said a bunch of nonsense.
Like what? Even if it's stupid, let me know.
She talked about like cheer squad and like pep. It was really kind of odd. Like she was speaking other languages, kind of weird. For her, at least.
Yeah, I think that anything... Goths pretend to be weird. That's their thing. So this is genuine weird. You can tell fake weird and genuine weird apart because fake weird is really easy to get out of a newspaper or a listicle.
Yeah, like BuzzFeed. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, cool. Hey, Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
Can I take over your keyboard for a second? And I like lean over Jessica. Also, Tekla is like actually kind of a taller person, like 5'10"-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of makes this look a little goony.
No, thank you. Leans back.
Sorry. Just go back to that bio.
Okay. I go back to the Nina bio.
Cool. I look for the words pep or cheer. I just scan it over real quick.
Cool. I think that you are trying to investigate a mystery. Man, this is a weird move for like the way we're playing. I'm just calling that out at this point.
Yeah. We might want to edit it a little bit.
Yeah, we may have to. Because read a bad sitch is another possible, but it's very like immediate situation type thing. So
yeah, I mean, investigate a mystery is so overarching and general.
Well,
and it feels like
to me,
this
it's like
one...
really about fighting that one particular creature, and maybe I just need to broaden my interpretation of creature and what can hurt it and that kind of stuff might be.
Maybe, yeah, but I don't know. Maybe some move like when you try to capitalize on a clue,
yeah,
or something like that.
Cool. Yeah. So for now,
investigate a mystery just seems really right.
Yeah. The most right for now. So let's have you do that. Roll plus sharp.
Cool. All right. Another 10 on the dice. I should probably...
Nice.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. So, I mean, what sort of creature is it? Is out. I know it's a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
So I think my 2 hold. What can it do?
Cool.
And what can hurt it?
Awesome. So what can it do as you find this information about Nina Castle and you're hearing about this weirdness from Desdemona? You somehow, being spooky, understand that this ghost should not be able to move out of where she is. That she's been in that exact same location where she died up until this point. Mm-hmm. And that if she has done something, it seems like you're suspecting that Desdemona's incoherence could be connected. If somehow she is connected to Desdemona now, that means that whatever is keeping Nina here, she may believe that by leaving through Desdemona would further her goals towards taking care of that. Is that fair? Does that make sense?
Kind of. Let me paraphrase that back to you.
Okay.
And see if I understand it. So as a spooky, I know that ghosts are usually anchored to the place where they died and tend to have an agenda based on their death because they haven't moved on. And so she thinks that she can advance that agenda by possessing Desdemona and coming here to the dorms.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to look at the screen and I'm going to like tap the word cheer while Jess is still like, private space. If I can elbow you, I don't want you in that spot.
Also, my PC.
Touchy. So I'm going to like wander out the door after doing that.
Okay.
So what can hurt her? What can stop this agenda?
Oh, awesome. So what could hurt her? For a ghost, there are some ghost hunting things that supposedly can destroy a ghost. I'm imagining things like supernatural, like rock salt and the like, could be used to bind or hurt a ghost. What could stop her is figuring out where her agenda is and helping her to fulfill it. It's obviously probably not murdering someone, because that was 1947. This is 2017. The chances of whoever she was dealing with is way dead, so there could be something else
Cool.
that she wants to deal with.
I'll like reach the door, stop, think a second, and then like duck quickly under my bed and rummage through one of my luggages, and then I pull out this like long tube of fancy Himalayan pink salt.
Cool. Okay. It's present from Dad, obviously.
Yep, and I tuck it in my back pocket before heading back out and then being like, oh shit, I didn't tell anybody what I'm thinking.
Basically, for the last 5 minutes, it's been like me and what's the golf girl called again? Yeah, and we're just sort of silently looking, and then you're like there, and she's going there, and she's thing.
Well, this only takes like 10 seconds.
Okay, then after 10 seconds, when you leave, and like Desdemona and Jessica just sort of look at each other and go,
She's interesting, but I feel like she's playing from a different playbook than we are.
I get that.
Cool. So we'll cut away from Tekla as she stands in front of Desdemona's door, and we'll check in because as we come near the end of our session, sadly, I'd like to check in with Derek, Earl, like Earl, and that's our portmanteau, Eric. No, Derek, Earl, and across the whole hall, Ollie. I'm just going to declare that both of your doors are open.
That's fine.
Yeah. So there was not beer outside. The free beer didn't actually take place, and Jack tried to get everyone to come up to his room, and only a few took him up on that. So the party kind of died pretty quickly when the fire department showed up to put out an actual fire. People kind of broke up.
Huh. Okay. I'll say first night, huh? That was a weirder than a bear playing an accordion.
Yeah, that it was.
What?
A bear playing an accordion.
Why would a bear?
Exactly, it's weird.
You'll get used to it, buddy. You're in Texas now.
Yes. So where are you from, Ollie?
Chicago.
The Windy City. What is it called that again? Windbags or?
It's windy.
Oh.
Oh, tourist brochure.
So
Look,
what's
wait
your
a second.
major, Ollie?
I was like, wait a second. Like, I guess I'm in their room. I can
Yeah,
go
sure.
into my room and
Yeah. That
go
sounds
through my
great.
bag, and I don't know. I'm sure I must have like a little bit of hard liquor just stored away somewhere.
Ew.
Something cheap in the
Oh,
brown
of course.
bag, of course.
A flask of off-brand Irish whiskey or something like that.
Yeah, something really cheap and, really should be for stripping paint. I hand it around.
Ew. Well, thank you.
You're saying?
Take a swig. Wow. Okay. I was just wondering what your major is.
Ollie hasn't thought about this because that's not part of his plan at the moment. So he's like, undecided.
There's so many undecideds here. Nina. Oh well, I guess.
Dude, ghost.
Well, I don't know, man.
Dude, ghost.
There's no such thing, right? Right? Like he keeps going right because it keeps being quiet.
Derek, I don't know what to tell you, man, but sometimes you just got to take the evidence at face value.
I mean, Ollie didn't see anything supernatural, I think, but he's had the emails, so yeah.
So we just stare at each other awkwardly for a moment as Derek lets that sink in.
And Derek actually starts like scratching his bandages around his wrist.
Nice.
I'll pour a little of the whiskey or whatever in an empty coffee cup that isn't dirty yet because I haven't used it yet. And then I hand the bottle back to Ollie, and I look at the bottle. I say, "This ain't sipping whiskey, is it?" And so I'll just take the shot that I poured in my mug and down it.
I just, take the ball.
I wonder if Jess and Tekla have figured out. I know they were probably going to look into who Nina might have been. I wonder if they've already done that. I'll send Jessica a text and Tekla. I'll send one to both of them just to see if I get a response, but I don't necessarily expect to.
Maybe set up like a little group chat on Messenger or something.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm going to add what's her name again? Jessica.
Jessia, yeah. At the moment, it's Jessia.
I know. It's just I'm going to see if I can add her on like Messenger. Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome. Feels like maybe we bring this scene to a close. Does that feel good?
Sure.
Just
Just,
I'm
with
good
just
with it.
Derek saying, but it's not a ghost.
It's not ghost stuff. No.
awesome. So the last bit of our session will be, we see Derek. It's very late at night. He's obviously asleep. And then through some odd camera trick, we shift, and we see Derek in the basement of the Roost, the basketball gymnasium. And Derek, your hands are very thin. They don't look nearly as strong, and they're completely hairless. You have nail polish on, and you see that as you're holding your hands out, there's a shadow coming, looming larger, someone coming down the hall, and you can hear, I'm sorry, okay? I'm really sorry. It just happened. It just happened. You've got to believe me. And then the shadowy figure comes to the end of the hallway, and she turns, gestures with a hand. You feel flames kicking up along your skin, and you scream, but the fire draws the oxygen from your lungs. You can feel yourself burning. You wake up. And that will be the end of our session. Cool. So,
Dun, dun, dun.
Yay! Dun, 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 dun. Indeed. End of session stuff. All right. Did we conclude the current mystery? I am going to say yes, because the current mystery was the ritual that Tyler Austin wanted to cast on the gymnasium.
Ooh.
So, yes. Did you save someone from certain death or worse?
A lot of someone's.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Did you learn something new and important about the world?
Hell yes.
Everyone but Derek did,
Ghosts.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ghosts are cute.
If you learn it, you have to believe it. Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Hmm.
We learned that Ollie can pick locks.
It's true.
That's true. That's true. And he has illegal alcohol somehow.
Well, I mean, he's from Chicago.
Chicago.
It's all criminals up there.
True story. Good. So if you get 3 or 4 of those questions with a yes, you each get to mark 2 experience.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Which means that we probably have some people who are getting near leveling, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, 1,
Just
2.
I leveled.
You did level? Oh, you rolled
Yes.
all the way back over?
Yeah, this was the XP machine, I think.
Yeah.
Leveled some people up.
People need to help me more, and
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. So, everybody, if you could just take a minute and we'll roll around to Roses and Thorns. We'll bring this to a close. Keep in mind that we are skipping next week, which means that we will not have a game session next week. The next time that we meet to continue East Texas University will be on the 28th of January.
Yep.
Very near the end. We have majority European players, so I do the dates in the backwards order for you guys. And I'm sure
Thank you.
think, yeah. Sweet. Let's start with Thorns. Thorns. So I feel like we dipped into this conversation. My main thorn is, if I'm going to run East Texas University and try to keep to the general idea, I've got to either come up with new questions for investigative mystery or broaden that interpretation of how those moves questions work. And I've got to figure a way towards that, because Read a Bad Sitch really feels like a combat situation. Investigative mystery is really about hunting a monster. And at least early on, that's not exactly how I felt like the move didn't. It's not completely incompatible. It just, there's so few of the questions that feel like they would work in what I'm presenting to you guys. So I either need to figure out a different way to present information so that those questions make more sense, or we need to come up with different questions to tack onto it as effective, broadening that move or sharpening it towards what we need. And I don't know if we can solve for that right now. I think it takes a little bit of time and thought and conversation, but I definitely noticed that felt like it was a stopping point rather than carrying forward investigation and carrying forward the story. There were points where we would stop and look at the move, and I wasn't super comfortable with it. What were your thoughts, Jen? We had a brief conversation. What were your thoughts on?
So I feel like investigate a mystery sort of puts what a mystery is inside of a capsule, and that mystery is effectively, where's the monster hiding this week? You know, it's very much part of a kick down the door and pick a fight with a vampire kind of a mode.
True, but I mean, in this case, like for instance, the where did it go was sort of a good question to, like we knew where it went, but seeing that your character knows, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. I think most of the moves in this game are predicated on there being a monster and us having to find and fight it.
Yes.
And so, like, I feel like a bit of rewriting might shift that context a little bit. Because in general, that context is the strongest barrier.
Does it need rewriting,
Absolutely.
or could we just make our own questions, like Alex said?
Well, if we make our own questions, that means,
I mean, like on the spot, not like.
Well, yeah,
Right.
I know what you mean. That actually takes away from advancing the move, which is an advance option that we have for all of our basic moves. So I don't think that that's necessarily the best solution.
I mean, we could think about like a situation where we use the move and like, okay, what questions would have been, like, what general questions would have been more appropriate?
I feel like that's gonna toss a lot of bandwidth at Rich in the moment.
Yeah, I think I mean it's worth keeping as an option if we can't develop something that fits better with what we're doing. The thing I've noticed in line with what you said, Jen, the thing I've noticed often about Monster of the Week is that it doesn't believe in through lines, right? It believes that once a mystery is done, it's done.
Right.
And it doesn't impact further play unless you've been injured or something like that. And I think that's one reason why the investigate a mystery move is so tightly fenced. And I think that given 2 weeks and a little collaboration, I bet we can find something that fits the Scooby-Doo you thing.
I'll make it
better. Yeah, better without actually casting aside the structure.
Sure.
So yeah, I think we, as a last option, maybe we could go to ask whatever the hell question you want, but I think we should try other ways first, and we've got time to fiddle with that before the next session.
I agree.
Cool. That was my main thorn. I have some other nascent thoughts, like I didn't have. There were a couple times where I had to stall as I pulled up the notes because I'm trying to use the frame of something rather than completely improving when I'm taking off. So I felt bad about that, but that's just a thing that I'll need to continue to develop. So other than that, I will now kick it to you, Alex. Welcome My main thorn last week is there was no Alex, so that one you took care of. Thank you, Alex. What thorns did you have from the game?
I'm trying to think if I didn't have any time with any specific character. I think I managed to have a little bit of time with everyone, so maybe not Jessica. I don't think Ollie had.
Saw you
Don't
pick a
think-
lock? No, go through a lock.
I
That's about it.
tackled the guy who was about to tase you, but I don't think I even acknowledged you after.
That's normal. That's fine.
Yeah.
What happens?
Yeah, I think I didn't have any kind of interaction with Jessica. I would say is my
Fair.
I thought.
I think that's fair. Cool. Anything else? We'll jump over to Jan then. Jan, what thorns did you have from today's session?
Yeah, I think my biggest one was also just the fact that we sometimes have to try and make the moves work a bit more, but other than that, I can't think of anything specific.
Okay. Okay, cool. Jen.
Me?
Yeah, what thorns did you have from today's session? Things didn't quite work for you, or you could like to see adjusted or tweaked?
Well, we started in the middle of a mystery, so not using premonitions makes plenty of sense.
Yeah, I actually debated that. I was like, should I do premonitions? And I meant to talk to you about it just to make sure we were on the same page. I should have had
I feel like being on the bus was the right time for Tekla to have a premonition, and it's okay
Absolutely.
that he didn't have one. But just to raise the
Next
flag and be like, whenever you want a good excuse for Tekla to go, oh shit, I need to be at place X, you can be like, hey Jen, roll hunches. And I can be like, okay, cool. Failure or success, let's find out.
Yep, absolutely. And you've built that character very well to like kick her off towards a thing at the beginning of a session, and then I can pull her into stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Totes,
Good.
of course. Other thorns. No, nothing else really stands out at me as things that could have been improved with the session.
Okay, good. Jules, what thorns did you have?
Wasn't sure I was going to make the expert work because there's not a lot of experting. Maybe I made too clueless of an expert, but near the end I felt like I got it, so then I was sort of okay again. I like Monster Week, so the moves don't really bother me that much.
That's good. That's good. I definitely think that we've got a perfect opportunity here to, by next session, introduce in the Haven, the library, so that you can be much more of an expert.
Yes, I thought so too.
Cool. Paul, you get 2 sessions worth of thorns. So if you want to bring stuff from first session, because you weren't able to stay with us last time, you bring it, man.
Did we play this before? I don't even remember. My only real thorn is actually kind of a rose in the making, which is I feel like now that the whole band is together, it took some time to figure out the dynamics and how the characters will work together. But I think that by the end we kind of had a working beginning for that, and I look forward to seeing how that develops. But in the beginning it was a little hard to kind of make all the interfaces work. Aside from that, that's really my only thing.
Obviously, not a very memorable first session too. That's probably a thorn. Like if you didn't even, we played a whole game before this. Like
Wow.
Character creation. Yeah, I've
Dude.
got it on. I'll show you the YouTube video. Paul, we'll
Right.
stick with you for roses.
I love how everybody's individual characters are shaping up. Seems clear to me that Tekla is our fearless leader.
God help her.
Yes. And no, and Rich, this was sort of a great pilot because it felt very collegey, and you were able to do a lot of introducing the, even the kind of the stuff that's in the book, like how run down the and that sort of thing, and I think that sets the tone very well. So I dig it.
Good, thank you. Jules, what roses did you have?
Like Monster of the Week. No, it was really nice the way you were able to like cut between bits of action and sort of not split people up, but spread people out, and keep it sort of dynamic, just like you should with Monster of the Week, because it's, you want to keep the action moving. And it was really good. I'm looking forward to seeing the drama that Alex is about to bring.
So much drama. He's our drama turtle.
Drama turtle.
Jen, what roses did you have?
Rich, just after you ask me a question?
Sorry.
Good going. No, I like how everyone's characters are shaping up. Definitely, I think that everybody has a flavorful character with a move set that they're already playing well into for those mechanical hooks that build into the story and so on. So that's going to be good. Rich, I really do enjoy the details that are coming in about the school and about the NPCs. I was totally there for Golf Girl putting her arm around Desdemona and saying, God, I really hate you. And like they've effectively just met. Clearly those two are going to be friends for life. But no, I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying how our characters are playing against each other so far. And I don't mean against in like a adversarial way, just the things they bring out each other. It's very nice to see Earl coming through as the peacekeeper. I feel like that's going to be a consistent thing.
Along with not getting suspended.
Along with not getting suspended. Congratulations, guys, on not getting suspended. We all lucked out.
You've made it through freshman orientation so far. Good job.
Yep.
Awesome. Jan, what roses did you have, sir?
I'd just like to thank you for making me the victim a couple of times over.
That's right. I victimized you.
Yeah, and you just gave lots of opportunities for me, for me to just be a naive victim as well, and just walk into danger wherever I could, and enjoyed it.
It was great. You've definitely embodied the role, and I was very happy for that. Like, yeah, you didn't worry about being slightly powerless, and I love that. Not only does the mundanes start a lot of shit, they're really good at helping. So it's like, oh, I'm sorry I pulled you into this, but let's help you get out of it. That's a cool little mix. That's a great choice of moves. Any other roses, John?
No, that's it.
Alex, roses.
Oh yeah, definitely the kind of this because of all the action, there was just like all these little bits of character interactions interspersed everywhere that I really enjoyed. I quite liked. Yeah, I would also say Tekla seems to be the leader now, and I like kind of that unspoken kind of like, yeah, let's get some shit done between Tekla and Ollie. I think quite near the beginning of the
Yeah, like at first they hate each other, but then it's like, oh, we have something to do. Well, let's do it.
yeah. It was just, yeah.
And Tekla just 100% being like, yeah, let's break down the door. It's cool.
Yeah,
Not
no,
so
no,
bad next
it
time.
was just minimal dialogue. We're just, yeah, let's do this. I felt like I was starting to get into the swing of Trenby, the monosyllabic, gruff character without being too boring, which is very, very easy to slip into. And I was trying to, make sure I didn't go too far that way. I look forward to some slower, quieter times where I can like push out of that bit, but I didn't feel like I'm too boring. So, yay! Yeah, all the characters and the descriptions. I was really enjoying all the NPC stuff. And, yeah.
Good. I'm glad that I was able to introduce Billy the quarterback.
Oh yeah, that's
Billy the quarterback is kind of
What a nice guy.
I really wanted Ollie to kind of. I was like hoping Ollie would be around at that point, and I was like, oh, next time Ollie has to be there so I can deck that guy.
So yeah, I was also worried about monosyllabic, and like that can be a really hard, off-putting character. And I saw you find your feet as we played, and I saw Ollie engage with the group, and I especially like the way you, Alex, was like, well, do I recognize from the pictures with Sarah? Do I recognize Derek? And you latching into that, and then also saying, and I'm going to pull you off to the side, but Derek playing very well as the mundane, being kind of clueless and like, no, you can say in front of everyone and it's all good. And those were really good moments of interplay where both of the motivations were absolutely character oriented, but you as players were being considerate of engaging with the rest of the group. I really, Paul, thumbs up, way up for bringing in some Texas colloquialisms. Some of those blew my mind. That is great. I hope you have a list of them. Please use them more. It's the best. Like, you're inspiring me. Now I want to go grab the list from the East Texas University, make sure I slip some in for some of my PCs. I appreciate, and I know you didn't feel super experty, Jules, but I appreciate that. Like, you were dedicated to the character. Like, I'm looking on my phone. I'm looking here. I'm looking it up. Like, you continue to push towards being an expert, and I'm glad that we were able to get it to pay off a little bit, but we'll definitely have that as a big part of who Jessica becomes. So I love that we see that that's her instinct. Yeah, Techless, good stuff. Mope Sauce, Frowns, the nicknames are golden. Like, I just about lose my shit every time you throw out some sass there. Tekla is the best. So I really like this group. I would totally watch this show. It's been super fun. Again, we go a fortnight, but feel free in the Hangout text chat. We can chat back and forth and try to figure out how we want to tweak Investigate a Mystery to have it fit a little bit better with how we're currently playing. Other than that, I think everything else, the act under pressure and protect someone, I felt like those really worked well. So I'm good overall. That rule set is definitely finely tuned to do exactly what's on the 10, what it says on the 10.
Oh yeah,
we're just tweaking it a little bit, and so we'll tweak the moves as we need. And it sounds like with advances that I better work my ass off and have this exams move done. Yeah, because some people need to take some exams. I think from a fictional standpoint, though, we'll probably make that like a early exam. Like, I don't know if we're going to jump all the way to midterms per se at this point within the adventure, but we'll get to exams by end of session next time for sure.
Cool.
You still get to take advances, so don't feel like you can't take extra move or stab boost or whatever. We just advance at a different track than doing Savage Worlds. So again, thank you all so much for playing, and in 2 weeks we will pick this up again and play through some more East Texas University.
Woo!